Oh, hello, you wrong one. This particular video, we return to my screen-free. What is a screen-free, Adrian? Well, normally when you're doing a phone-in, when you're presenting speech radio, you have a producer through the glass. You also have maybe one or two people answering the telephones, so it's a team effort. Except when I just decide to go screen-free, which means you don't get through to all the gubbins next door through the glass. You call the radio station and you get straight through to me. I don't know whether you've actually ever called a radio station before, but it is fun. Only if the presenter plays along. And I always did. Loved doing the screen freeze. It was literally an hour of chaos and mayhem. People calling in, doing whatever they want, whether they wanted to tap dance on the washing machine or tell a gag or sing a song. It was screen free and you got through to me. Now, the premise of the jokes was, if you had a gag, tell me the gag. If I know the gag, I'll give you the punchline and cut you off. But if it's a very good gag, I'll definitely let you stay on. And there were some cracking jokes, some brilliant gags told on the screen free. If you don't trust me or believe me, here's the evidence.
Line 1, you're live on Real Radio.
Hello, Adrian. Alright, you got two buckets of vomit walking down the street.
Yeah.
One of them started crying. The other one said, "This is why are you crying?" He said, "This is where I was brought up."
Saw that one coming. Line 2, you're live on Real Radio.
Hello, Adrian. I got two quick jokes for you.
Go on.
First one is that the Frenchman walked into the pub with a parrot on his shoulder, and the barman says, "Where'd you get that from?" And the parrot says, "Go to Paris. There's loads of them over there." And the other one is there's a guy working on a building site, and he has an accident, and a brick falls down and cuts off his ear. And they take him off to the hospital, and the guy comes in. He said, "I found your ear." He said, "No, mine had a pencil behind it."
Line 5, you're live on Real Radio.
Hello.
Hello.
The woman's feeling, got her hand out on board ship, feeling for rain. All of a sudden, a glass eye drops into her hand. She says, "Oh my God, a glass eye." She takes it to the captain and says, "Captain, do you know anyone with a glass eye on board the ship?" He said, "Yeah, I was drinking with a guy last night, room 457. She knocks on the door. This big, handsome guy answers the door. But he's got an eye patch on. She says, "Is this your eye?" He said, "Thank you." He puts it back in. She said, "Oh my God, you are such a handsome chap. Do you think you could maybe come to lunch with me tonight?" He said, "Look, lady, if you think you're the first woman to catch my eye on this trip."
Line 7, you're live on Real Radio.
Hiya, mate. This man runs into the doctor's, crying his eyes out. He says, "Doctor, doctor, quick, you got to help me. I got this lettuce stuck up my arse. You got to have a look." Doctor says, "Yeah, but have a look at that, mate." Pulls his pants down, has a look. He said, "Oh, this is serious, but I'm afraid it's just the tip of the iceberg."
Line 1, you're live on Real Radio.
We're the dad now, sir.
Ah, big man.
How you doing? An Irishman went for a job as a labourer on a building site, and the foreman was interviewing him, and he said, "Right then, Paddy," he said, "what's the difference between a girder and a joist?" And Paddy said, "Well, one wrote Dr. Faustus, the other one wrote Ulysses."
You say that's far too intellectual for this kind of programme. Line 3, you're live on Real Radio.
Taxi passenger taps the driver on the shoulder to ask him a question.
Yeah.
The driver screams, loses control of the car, nearly hits a bus, goes up on the footpath, then stops a matter of centimetres from a shop window. For a second, everything is quiet. Then the driver says, "Don't ever do that to me again. You scared the living daylights out of me." The passenger apologises profusely and says he didn't realise that a little tap would scare him so much. "It's not your fault, really, mate," he said, replied the driver. "Today's my first day as a cabbie. I've been driving hearses for the last 25 years.
Very good, Helen. Thank you for that. Line 2, you're live on Real Radio.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello.
I got a joke for you.
Go on.
A man went to the doctor's. The doctor said, "I've got some bad news for you and some really bad news for you. The bad news is the test results have come back and you've only got 24 hours to live. The really bad news is I tried to ring you yesterday but there was no answer."